Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, a very warm welcome to you too. It's the Beaulieu Supercar Weekend this weekend, and this is all of the highlights from day one. We've got our Supercar Sound Off behind us here, but before we find out who our winner is and just how loud these are, we're going to have 3 demonstration runs and an exclusive interview with Lamborghini Club UK. That's all coming up in this video, so let's jump into our first demo run. Gorgeous Aston Martin. It's one put right straight through its all. Don't get down at Harry's house. You can indeed have a look around our hypercars. Now there's some incredible machines down there, so please do make sure you head down there and have a look. Around Palisades at the back you've got hypercar lawn, at the front you've got the Supercar lawn. There is so much you can see and do here at the Supercar Weekend. And don't forget you can see all of this on YouTube tonight. Just search for our tip. Now then, let's bring them back up. Lotus is locked up, ready to head back up the hill now. Don't forget, they have to stop in the centre there. There are opportunities to gauge launch to come and even do a little bit of Lotus. Doesn't mean much on track so right opposing on our waiting for the all clear from the marshals. Checking flag there, waving in front. That beautiful looking supercar. Engine right in the centre of this confusion. Always so important. Not just the heavy power you've got, but the weight you'll carry as well. Lotus always very good for their weight saving. We've got some of the latest Lotus range here with us this weekend as well, so make sure you check that out. If you head on to YouTube, you can see the very latest Lotus hypercar riding, but right
right now, we're both at the minute. Hard on the back, no guidance. Completely different configuration, moving from a V to a flat configuration. Flat drop, away we go. Word that you can use to describe the noise of this car. I'm listening to this.
I think it's two of them.
V8 up front, second flag drop right in front of it. Don't forget, Supercar Sound Off later. I need your help. Whoever gets the latest cheer from you, whichever you think sounds best, will win. Now, let's see how you can take it. Of course, coming up, bringing up the final car in our first factory car. We've got more lined up ready to go. Keep it to that car. In a minute, we're going to see Lamborghini and next Ferrari. Beautiful hearing that. Let's see what our McCallum can do here.
This is so embarrassing. Just make a noise.
Don't forget, the engine's right over those back wheels. It doesn't matter what the conditions are here at Beaulieu. raining, always good to go. And what's coming up next? I know you guys don't on the track can't see this, but I can see what we've got coming up. We have got an R8, another Lamborghini, then we have Ferrari, then we're keeping Supercars, then first of our Mustangs. And the Mustangs always like to have a bit of fun. And when I say fun, that usually means turning rubber into smoke and noise. So that's coming up for you, hopefully, in our next batch. I can see our next batch is raring to go. Just about here at V10, roaring up behind us. Can't wait to see that. But first, we need to bring our last batch back up the hill. I've regrouped them up down at Palace House. Don't forget, you've got that brilliant display of Supercars and hypercars in front and back of the house. So make sure you go down there and check it out, because there are some exquisite cars down there, including a group of Bentleys. They're only building 18 of these, so it's a celebration at the end of that one, coming to 12 engines. And you can go down there and see 2 of them. We're only building 18 of them, and we've got 2 of them here. So make sure you go down there and see that. Now don't forget, ladies and gents, if you want your chance to be in the passenger seat of one of our cars on the demonstration room today, make sure you head over to Sporting Bears. They're the yellow marquees down by the crossroads. Head over there, buy a raffle ticket. Every single penny is going to charity. We have raised thousands here in previous years and made hundreds of fantastic memories. Maybe you can make one of those brilliant memories. Like I say, every penny really does go to charity and really does make a difference. Sporting Bears, a charity I'm extremely proud to support. So please do go over and see Sporting Bears. Grab your raffle tickets, and who knows, you could be in the passenger seat of one of our cars. Now the flag has dropped, let's bring our cars back up. Is our McCallum. I don't have line of sight from my viewpoint up here, but our McCallum there should be coming up next. The check out in front, it drops, away we go. Porsche is joining us. This one has got that 4-cylinder turbo in the back. Hard on the brakes and into that corner back there. Then we're going to go up to that car's big brother, the 911. Here we go. This GTS variant, flag drops. In fairness to the drivers of the Porsches, the Porsche philosophy has got to be able to stop twice as quick as it can accelerate. Now obviously with the brake markers out, it's on the vehicle, so if they're braking at that brake marker, hardly surprising that they are coming to a stop before the crossroads. Now looking down I can see our Lamborghini, the one that started our second batch, has lined up. The red flags are out though. Back. The checkered flag drops. Away we go. They're doing exactly what the song says, but that brakes are so good, they're coming to a stop a little bit early. There we go. She's in the mood again now, that's what we like to see. Beautiful thing, that lovely weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, please come to the a big thank you to our second match. Keep that ball going because we now welcome after the cars. Very serious face. There's a smile though, which means we need to match. Two things for you next.
Yes,
Similar. Three different approaches. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for batch number 3. Here we go then. We've got that big test, but this one is wearing the German energy suit. So very, very smart and so forth. Wait till you hear it. Pulling those gears just a fraction of a second to change. Already. I didn't say stop, keep going. We don't do quiet, we just do lots and lots of loud fun. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Now we keep it to Italy, and we have our Ferrari V8 in the back, naturally aspirated. The 430 was added element, that sort of next generation coming up from the 360, call me up the 458, here we go. Lovely to see, lovely to see. So we keep with that Italian feed for you guys down there. Up the top, we have gone back. Ready and waiting to go. And it's still in the middle of the car, getting that ideal weight distribution. Here we go. 412C still looks fresh. Oh dear, here we go. I'm expecting great things from you. I mean, it's not every day that you've got a Coyote V8 sat on the start line. Those rear tyres, are they alright? Are they? Not long. You put brand new tyres on it yesterday. Here we go. right now, you know he's sat there going, I am Bond, I am Bond, I am James Bond, here we go. No, I'm a racing driver, here we go, this is what I'm going to do. So let's see what the Lancers can do. So low. When that car first came out, there was commentary could hear it 2 miles away. 4.7 litre V8 in front of that, so slightly smaller than that Mustang, but of course the Mustang, a far newer car, that 5 litre V8. You've got some of those here. There is one that is usually here. I'm not sure if it's here today, maybe it's here tomorrow, but it's a twin turbocharged Mustang with knocking on the door of 1,000 brake horsepower. You might see that a little bit later on, but for now we're regrouping our cars. We're going to bring them back up to our start line, so you'll be able to see all of these coming up. Now we love the V8 here at Beaulieu, and we have got some fantastic V8s coming up for you in just a moment. We've regrouped them. I can see our V10 is ready to go. I'm going to ask our sound engineer to turn down my mic volume as we are getting a little bit of feedback. The Audi then lined up, V10 purring away, ready to go. The thumbs are up, the flag is down. The brakes are just so good on these cars, so they're stopping at that brake marker. They're hard on the brakes. But there's nothing short about that apart from the time. Huge smile on the passenger space, quite rightly so. Now looking down, keep that V10 noise in mind because we're about to hear the Lamborghini STO. The flag there wavering, quivering in the air as that V10 lines itself up, ready to go, and the flag drops. Just look at how it stops so quickly. That was stunning, absolutely glorious. That for me, that could be one of the best cars we've had on this run today. Now then, let's see what our next car can do, shall we? Looking down, keeping to that Italian theme, this time with the V8 in the back of it. Yes, hands up, big cheer, that's what we like to see. Now then, let's hear it, let's hear what it is. Beautiful, beautiful. The F430i is still an incredibly pretty car. Of course, the successor to that was indeed the 4.5, also an incredibly pretty car. I don't think Ferrari really know how to make an ugly car, and some of their latest generation cars are incredible. You can see the theme here of the engine being in the centre of the car. And if you head down to Palace House, you'll be able to see the very first supercar that and coming up back up to our safe zone is indeed the 12C McCallum. Looking down, we're moving from Britain, heading over to America with our V8 Mustang. 5 litre coated V8 in the front, big loud pedal in the middle. Rear-wheel drive with brand new tyres. Hard on the brakes. Now those rear tyres were brand new. What's he going to do? James, our cameraman, zooms in. Turn down the volume ever so slightly as we are getting a bit of feedback from the microphone. So Martin over in the sound there, if you could adjust the levels ever so slightly for me there as our flag drops and away we go. Still keeping the Aston, that V8 in the front. absolutely glorious. It's incredible car today. We kept them out and we kept them all back in. All the spectators, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for back 3 and welcome back number 4. Here we go. Now the nice thing with the Mustangs is that you can take up to 3 passengers and 3 rides here. They could be one of our winners. In fact, we've got 2 winners in this car and you could be joining them. Make sure you get your tickets over at the yellow marquee over at Sporting Events and Independent. Go to chat. The hands down and the nose is in the air. Have a look at this, what's coming up next for you. Hello my friend, how are you doing? He's got a big smile, he's always got a big smile and you're about to have a very big smile on your face because this has got a huge 5 litre V8 with pipes sticking right out the side so you get the full effect of that enormous engine system in the front. I'll tell you what, it smells glorious from here, sounds even better. Wait until you see this. What a formidable car. Now then, who remembers? This is the one that they said it looked like it had been styled with an axe. Yes, indeed, straight 6 in this. I think this is the first time we've had a straight 6 on the run this year. We've had about 6, we've had V8, we've had 10s, not straight 6. Also, that goes of course pointing right out towards you. This is like a full noise. That lovely This is the car's predecessor, the 360. Engine still in the back and the classic combination of red on the outside, cream on the inside, the roof down. Oh, it's just perfection. The Lamborghini V12, the daddy of them all. That's got monstrous 6.5 incredible. Now then, you don't see these very often. Formidable things these, the M600. They've actually got a dial in the centre of the latch to it, so it's a huge amount of horsepower you get from that engine. And yeah, just looking in there, it's got to turn all the way up. So then we're going to regroup all of our cars together, we're going to bring them back up for you. As a reminder, we've got 2 more demonstration runs coming up for you this weekend, ladies and gents. We've got another one at 1 o'clock this afternoon, we've got our second one, and then at 3 PM we have our third and final demo run of the day. But that's not the end of the day. No, the grand finale today is our Supercar Sound Off, and this is where I need your help. Each and every one of you, I need your help. Because we're going to run 2 competitions. We're going to find out who's got the loudest car. But for them to win our Supercar trophy, they need to get the loudest cheer from you. You are going to decide which car sounds best. That's at 4 o'clock this afternoon, but right now, it's back to the hill. Let's have a look. Here we go. Mustang all the way through the red range, hard on the brakes, now he was rising in the air, lifting that huge V8 all the way up, and massive smiles from drivers and passengers. Don't forget, I've smiled the Sporting Bears cars. You can be a passenger in one of those cars today. Head over to Sporting Bears, yellow marquees, get your raffle tickets for them tenants, go to charity. Now, looking down, I can see the flag, quivers in front of our stock radiator. I like the driver in this car. He knows how to have fun. Let's see what he's going to do now. Absolutely glorious. Yep, that's the YouTube thumbnail right there. Make sure you look out for that. That's coming up for you later on this afternoon. The video of all the highlights from today will be online tonight, so you can relive all of the action. But now, speaking of action, we have got our TBR. Let's see what the brute from Blackpool can do. Something mesmerising about this car. Make sure you go and find that car in the display. The outside is wide. Have a look at the interior. Then, if memory serves me correctly, we should be heading back to Italy for our 360. Yes, we are. So we've got that V8 right in the back of the car.
Chinese special. Yeah, who knows?
Wow, waves our driver waits for the marshal to come and release the car from that mid-mounted V8. Away we go. Ferrari over to Lamborghini. Don't forget, we've got a very special interview coming up for you 2 o'clock today with the chairman of Lamborghini Owners Club. We're going to be talking about the very origins of Lamborghini. Stunning to look at, stunning to drive, stunning to listen to. And so we move over to our Noble M600. Remember, this is the one with the dial in the middle of it, so you can choose how much horsepower you get. I drive there to it turned all the way up to 11. By the looks of it, you've got put your hands together and welcome the first car of our second demo run of the day. Put your hands together for me. So then this is Corvette Super Anniversary Edition. 1.7 litre V8, 220 horsepower. 0 to 60 in 6.6 seconds, but it sounds like this. 1970s America, remember they were doing an awful lot with the fuel crisis and the emissions and so forth, so not the most motor from the V8, but it does sound rather lovely. However, our ZR1 here, or ZR1 as I would say, is absolutely going like we do. Sounding glorious, that 5.7 litre V8, much more power as well, 375, getting that 0 to 60 down to 4.9 seconds. Now we have some Lamborghinis in the front. What about having a V10 in the middle? Let's do that, shall we? And this one, the Pacamante edition. I'm liking the young man or young lady over here that's stood there going, Florence! Florence! That's excellent. Listening to you there, young man, he absolutely did, and he got it absolutely right. Now our first car on the run, our very first car here today was indeed a Lotus. Continuing that theme now, good to see Lotus once again on the track, engine in the centre. Glorious that thing, and not much weight to it. Not just about how much power you have, it's also about the weight of the car. Now, you saw this car's successor just a minute ago, right? The predecessor sounds just as good. Our owner and driver here and in every single one of those 10 cylinders. It's off the rev here today, you can hear it popping a little bit and hard on the brakes. And down there towards Palace House. So don't forget, down at Palace House, there is 3 separate displays there. There's 2 supercar displays, one right outside the front of the house with our supercar royal, that's a glorious display around the side with 2 of the very latest Bentleys that are the swan song for that Bentley W engine. They're only making 18 of them. We've got 2 of them here, so make sure you go down and check those out. There is also an absolutely perfect recreation of a 1930s Bentley race car. You have got to go and see it. It is just full of exquisite details. Once you've finished having a look at that, there's a Lamborghini Miura down there. This is very much almost the essence, the very start of the supercar, that mid-engine supercar. And then, if you keep walking round, there is our hypercar lawn. But back to the track, the flag drops, and away we go. Hard on the brakes, coming to a stop. Not the fastest, not the latest, but you have to say there is something quite magical about the styling of the 70s Corvette. Coming up then, we're going to keep to that Corvette theme. This one's got a bit more power. And a lot more noise as well. Every single decibel and every single ounce of power over that 5.7 litre V8 up front. Sounds glorious, as does this. Moving from V8 to V10, so 2 more cylinders. So point that engine in the back, the flag drops. Really do hell those Lamborghini V10s, as do the V12s as well. Now, looking back down, I do believe our Lotus is coming up next. The flag there, waving in front of our mid-engine V6. That one. Next up then we go to the Lamborghini's predecessor here. Still a V10, 4.2 litres, 5.2 litres, sorry. Brakes so good on that, they actually stopped. There is very much a 6 cell of burning rubber. Absolutely love it. Ladies and gentlemen, please ask you to put your hands together for our second batch of cars. Give them a big round of applause. And the match is a second round of applause for that third batch. So we saw a noble earlier this morning. This one is that car proofs. That owner has had that car from new and has tweaked it. You can hear those turbos whistling away. Now this one has also got to be turbos. But when it's pantomime, this is just pure efficiency. Just watch how quick this goes. All of the wheels there getting the traction. I don't know what it is about the Porsches, but they just find traction. This road over the years, and they always find so much traction, even when it's pouring down with rain. Now then, Aston Martin. Yes, ready to go. Very elegant car that doesn't need to be shouted to be fast, you know. Great to see another Lotus joining us here on the track. Now don't forget, we head down towards Palace Station, you can see Lotus's latest hypercar, that 2,000 horsepower hypercar is here. Lotus has always been about getting that balance of power and weight absolutely bang on. Driver there, launch away, the launch control, kicking in, just keep everything under control. Well, this is our 570S McCallum. 3.8 litre V8 with 2 turbos, about 9,600 horsepower, right behind the driver. Underneath the driver's foot is the low pedal. And coming to a stop, but because our driver's got the roof down, he'll be able to hit all of your cheers in the centre of the crossroads. Right, we're going to gather them all together now down at Palace House and line them back up to bring them back up the hill, so you'll have a second view of all of our cars coming. We have another batch of cars lining up ready to take to the hill shortly, but first we need to bring all of those cars back up. Now don't forget, down at Palace House you have got those 3 separate displays of vehicles, the supercars and indeed the hypercars, well worth a walk down there. Also, you could be in the passenger seat of one of these cars for our third run. If you want your opportunity to be a passenger in the demonstration run, head over to Sporting Bears. The yellow marquees over down by the crossroads, they are hosting a charity raffle, raffling on passenger rides. And I don't know if you've been the lucky or unlucky winner to be the passenger. Really screwed that. Why so? Because the driver there has turned the noise up on that from standard to about 500 horsepower. You hear those turbos whistling away. Now, our next car has got even more power than that, but you'll see just how efficient the Porsches are. The flag there, holding it back, it drops, and away we go. And then the light shoots up to the sky as it accelerates away up our hill. The flag now holding our next car back. It drops and away we go. limited. Just 333 of those were built, and that is 1 of 1. Make sure you go over to the fields and have a closer look at that. It is absolutely gorgeous. Flag drops. Never serves us right, there should be no loads. Such a delicate balance.
Well, I can hear him in the pads, but I can suddenly hear him at the speakers.
When you think about it, if you go all that way moving forward, you put out awfully good brakes to try and get it to stop.
Do you know what I mean? Like, long way away.
And McLaren spider that roof down so you can hear that glorious V8 right in the middle of the car seat. Was that again on the McLaren, and that's set up when the Ferrari 458 came out with that 4.5 litre aspirated V8. The back of it, they had the twin turbo V8 at the back of theirs. Ferrari then later went to a twin turbo V8, so the second battle in the first quarter for last year, ladies and gents. Put your hands together to welcome our next batch to the hill. Here we go then. Toyota V8 in the front, low pedal in the middle, rear wheel drive. Flag drops. Here we go. On the brakes there, that is the very latest generation. I do believe that this is the first front engine 12 that we've had. I really like this young man. Flore! Flore! He's brilliant. He's going to my job next year. Absolutely beautiful. That the 599 GTV V12 over 60 horsepower. And nice to see that driver using it as well. And McCallum here, our driver, getting every inch off the track here. Our mid-mountain V8 purring away. Ready to go. Good a few years now, that McCallum, but still sharp looking. Now then, who have we got here? You've got to give this guy a cheer as he comes down. I hope Bear's holding on tight, because we've got a Carrera 4. And I met this lady earlier. She's from the same neck of the woods as me, which means she's been mad. Bear holding on well there. Nice to see some of the 90s going to join us too. Now then, next up, hello sir, how on earth are we? Are we well? We're doing well. Excellent, and so you should be. Because this is a rather... This is an 8 radical as well. So 1.8 litre inline-four turbo, but this is sort of the almost the bailout of this version. They do an even more special version of that. Lando Alonso edition, £130,000 for that one. Now, our driver there looks prepared for anything, be that speed or snorkeling. Brilliant to him. Hopefully he's on brink, but indeed you can see Supercharger winding away on that Honda engine. I love the sound of the Supercharger. Now if you go down Hypercar lawn, you can see that car's big brother, the V8 at it. They only built 25 of them, and it is still one of the fastest production cars ever built. a smidge over 2 seconds to get from 0 to 60. Minimal power. I know in this generation of electric vehicles we're used to seeing 2 point something second, 0 to 60 times, but trust me, there is nothing like it. You've got to go down there and have a look. It's on the hypercar lawn, which is in the back of the house down there, so please do go and have a look down there, and also check out our supercar display in the front of Palace House. All of the cars have now been regrouped. I can see our Mustang is leading the pack, that Toyota V8 up front with the latest generation of the Mustang.
Every now and then, isn't he?
The flag drops and away we go. Hard on the brakes in the centre. Let's see what we're going to do. Short shifted up to make the most of the torque and heading back into the paddock area there. Now we're moving from 8 cylinders, adding 4 more to have this V12 in the front of our Ferrari. There is nothing quite like the hell of Ferrari. Of course, Ferrari recently also one of their very last V12 cars. It is the Beaulieu Cylindri, which you can see in the display areas around today. I do believe we've also got one taking part in the demo run tomorrow. If we're not here, then we'll be able to see that on YouTube tomorrow night. And McCallum looks just as quick as that Ferrari. With natural aspirated in the Ferrari 2 turbos, forcing the fuel and air into the cylinders of the McLaren. Now we look down and you can see that we've moved the engine right to the back now, and this is one of the very last air-cooled Porsches. Bringing the cuddly toy Ted Bear along for the ride as well. Now then, this is pretty much the swan song for Alpine with the A110 Radical. This is the last of the internal combustion cars for Alpine. Going over to hybrid and full electric powertrains there. As well. And so we come to Salute Street, that is the Atom. That is the Supercar I don't know if the passenger there is silent or if he's forced into that show from the consultant. Either way, big smile and thank the background. So, don't forget to check out the videos at it on the hypercar lawn. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we're all hands together for our next batch. You will get you welcome. And so we have that. This one is the F1 edition as well.
I think this one's the one against the other one, isn't it?
Got that 4 litres of AMG source twin turbo up front. Now we have a bit of a soft spot for these, I'll be honest. This is the Ferrari California. Much more of a grand tourer this for Ferrari. Still awfully fast and fantastic to ride. This got the convenience and seats in the back.
Move it away from some of the horse chestnuts. I suppose it's
as it changes up a little bit early. 4.3 litre naturally aspirated V8. They did do a carbon version of that with turbos on. Let's up the ante then, let's go back to our V10, moving it to the centre of the car, and if the car isn't loud enough, the handwork on this one certainly is.
Lamborghini!
Absolutely howling all the way down. And now we have a very different answer to the same question. Ferrari. That engine is still in the back, purring away, ready to go. There's something quite magical about hearing the 10 speed. Now, this is a real treat. Carrera, you do not see these very often. This is the first time in the many years I've commentated Supercar Weekend that I have seen one of the to our track here.
You're romantic.
Oh, it can happen us all. Not the easiest one, and it is a proper manual this. Right, these have got a beech wood ear knob in there, so lovely to see the car. Listen to it, oh, what an absolute treat that is. Like I say, you do not get to see Ferrari GTs very often. We do have one on display. I was not expecting to see one on our demonstration run. Now, if you want to get up closer to that car, have a look down at the front of Palace House where you can see all of the absolutely exquisite details, including those centre. There's all of the details that you can see under the grills and everything from that rear engine car. A stunning creation that. You can also see the successor to that car as well, sat next to it, sporting a beautiful Martini livery. It's well worth going down there to have a look. It was part of the preview video that I put out last night, and if you have a look at that, you'll be able to see a car transporter turn up with about £20 million worth of cars, including LaFerrari, Enzo. There was a Pagani on there was also a Koenigsegg and a Ferrari F50. All of them arrived at the same time. It was incredible. You can watch that on YouTube later, but now back to the hill because F1 Aston, I can see the checkered flag is there, ready and waiting to drop. We've got the green light, away we go. Hard on the brakes and coming to a perfect stop there. Wonderful to hear that V8 Twitter AMG was V8 up to the front. Now keeping the V8 up front season for Ferrari California, the later edition of this California team did indeed have a turbocharged unit. This one though with a 4.3 litre naturally aspirated V8. The weather isn't as beautiful as it is today. Now looking down to the bottom of the hill, I can see the flag is dropped for our V10 Lamborghini. Hard on brakes. Stop there. So quick, it's so low to ground, and when hard on brakes, there's no ground over. It is sitting up front. Correct. Now then, we keep that mid-engine load, we keep to Italy with our next car, this is our Ferrari, in the right colours as well. Hard on the brakes. Perfect. Stop there. Look around the show today. Coming up for you next in the main arena, it is our interview with Lamborghini, so make sure you join me in the main arena for that. But now we've got our Carrera.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having a brilliant day here with us at the Beaulieu Supercar Weekend. I'm delighted to say that I have been joined by the chairman, no less, of Lamborghini Club UK, Alan Robb. Ladies and gentlemen, can I please ask you to put your hands together and give a warm welcome to Alan Robb.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you. It's a real pleasure to be here representing the Lamborghini Club UK and, of course, working with you. My 11th year of working with you doing something crazy like this.
Absolutely. Now, me and you do go quite far back. We've done many things, not just with Lamborghinis, we've done lots and lots of different things, but our focus of this interview is very much about Lamborghini. So, the very essence of Lamborghini is sat behind us here, and not many people would expect it. I mean, many people do know now because of the popularity of Clarkson's farm, but before that, not many people realise that actually Lamborghini used to make tractors.
Yeah, absolutely, that's where he started. So Ferruccio Lamborghini was an industrialist. He had no interest in racing or cars. He wanted to make money. So he came back from World War II, and there was army surplus of heavy-duty machinery, so he transformed it into farm machinery because of the agricultural nature of the industries in Italy at the time, and made his fortune with air conditioning and tractors. This particular tractor behind us here, 1967 year vintage, it actually was Ferruccio's personal tractor on one of his vineyards because he loved wine, fast cars, women, and making money. Most Italians do, and that's where he started. And that's where the story for Lamborghini started. This is where he made his money, this, wine, and air conditioning units.
So he's made his money, and if memory serves me right, didn't he buy a Ferrari of all things?
He bought a Ferrari 250 GT Pininfarina, a beautiful coupe, and the clutch failed. So as a mechanic, he decided to take the gearbox apart, split the gearbox, and see what the problem was. Problem was, the clutch in the car was the same as the one he was putting in his tractors. Genuinely, Ferruccio and Enzo Ferrari were friends, so he went to see him and said, Enzo, you're fitting the same Fiam clutch in my tractor as you're putting in your Ferraris. And Enzo genuinely did say, actually, you stick to making tractors, I'll stick to making cars. Now, interestingly, in the Lamborghini Club, we have Ian Tyrrell, who's our technical officer. He's got, as part of the club, he's got Ferruccio's Ferrari. And as part of one of his channels and one of the things we do as a club was we split the gearbox and prove the story. So we've actually got the historical facts correct, that is how it started. Enzo was putting tractor clutches in his Ferrari cars, and that annoyed Ferruccio to the point that he just said, no, I can build a better car than Ferrari. Not a supercar, a GT car, which is what Ferruccio was all about at the time. So he set about building a 350 GTV just to annoy the supercar establishment at Geneva in 1963.
Of course, Enzo, he was very famous for building road cars to afford to go racing. That's really what he wanted to do, was to go racing.
Enzo just wanted to build the next racing car and the next car would be the best car. He wasn't interested in road cars. The road cars merely funded Enzo's racing passion. Yeah. Ferruccio had no interest in racing whatsoever. What he did want was a nice, luxurious, fast GT, V12 power that would attract the opposite sex, make him more money and make him more famous than Enzo. And that's how that started.
So he's gone from this, very agricultural, and we've ended up with this over here, one of the latest Lamborghinis here. But there's been a lot of Lamborghinis in between that, and I'm assuming Lamborghini Club supports all of them.
Yeah, we're an enthusiast club. The logistics officer that's brought our trailer with us today, this is his personal tractor. He's got a farm, he uses it. Right up to this wonderful event of Doris VJ, and the 700 odd members that we've got have got every iteration of a model all the way through the club, and that's the whole purpose of the club. We get to see these cars, share these cars, enjoy these cars. But the jump from the tractors to the supercars, if you imagine in Italy in 1963, and I have got my book of facts in case you need to double check them, all right? Available in the bookshop, ladies and gentlemen, all right? But if you want to check it, you imagine an industrialist like Ferruccio Lamborghini sent out a call to action for these crazy designers who were only in their early 20s to say, come and design the next supercar.
Yeah.
And you got the greats like Paolo Stanzini or Bizzarini who design engines for Ferrari, jump ship and go, well, we're tied with what Enzo wants to build, so we can do it for you, but we can do it better. And that's exactly where the story of the supercar lineage of Lamborghini started.
Do you think that that original approach is still true with Lamborghini?
To a certain extent, a lot of the companies now are run by accountants and they're part of bigger groups. However, there's still a passion. They're still crazy. You look at the other supercar brands, for attention seeking, really you're on the verge of Koenigsegg or Pagani or the specialist Bugatti to draw as much attention as parking a Lamborghini outside a nice hotel and getting out. I mean, look at it, it's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, when I think of Lamborghini, I think of the history of Lamborghini. There's almost certain decades that really stand out for me. And for one, it was the 80s, when you had the Countach, and it was just extravagant. It was okay to be rich almost. Having wealth was acceptable.
Absolutely. You look where it started with the mid-engine design of the Miura, transverse engine inspired by the Mini, 1966. That was a real statement of intent of where Lamborghini wanted to go. It was better than Ferrari. It was the first mid-engine proper production road car, but he had to better it. He had to do one better. Then the Countach came out, 1970, Geneva Motor Show, and no one had ever seen this angular trapezoid design in the flesh. And then the Countach stayed on sale for nearly 20 years. It finally went out of production in 1989 through many iterations, but that was it. It was a sign of excess. It was a sign of your own success. And the story of the adage was true. You bought a Ferrari if you wanted to be someone, but you bought a Lamborghini when you were someone. And the Countach embodied that. It was, look at me. I don't want the soft posing Ferrari. I want the hard driver's car of a Countach. And that's where the modern Lamborghini that we know, with the Aventador, the Huracan, the traditional, dragster type car, has come about from that design era. Yeah,
if you think about supercars, they should really just appeal to that childlike part of your mind. That part of your brain where you're sort of like, I can't do that every single day because I'm an adult and I've got bills and mortgages and all that boring stuff that stops you having that childlike excitement of going, that's just cool.
Absolutely. The problem with these cars is you've got to learn them. You've got to get under the skin. You've got to know them. People keep coming up to me and saying, "Oh, a Countach, it's terrible to drive." It isn't. If you spend 1 or 2 months driving a Countach, believe me, it's phenomenal. They're not hard to drive once you understand that getting up to speed, the clutch, how you drive it, how you engage with it. And that's the thing. It's not something that's easy just to jump in with electronic aids that anyone can drive quickly. They're learning cars. And that's the event. These are event cars. These are passionate cars. They're built with passion. They're built with emotion. But you've got to learn them. Driving journalists only get the cars maybe 2 or 3 hours and have to make their assumptions. That's not enough to make a judgment on a car like this.
And also, a lot of them don't own them. I mean, there's a couple out there that have been fortunate enough to make the money and own them. But owning a car and living with a car day to day versus testing it for a few hours or a few days or maybe a couple of weeks is a very, very different thing. So looking at Lamborghini's past there, and in essence, I mean, a little bit of Lamborghini's past here, it's a tremendous journey that we've been on. Where do you think that journey is going to next?
Naturally, hybridization is the byword at the moment. The beautiful thing about Italy is the government is on the side of the passionate motor industry. So their laws in Italy are slightly different to the laws that are dictated here, and I think it's going to change here. They've been told they don't have to stop building the V12s. They just have to lower the carbon emissions of the factories and the cars overall. So we're still going to see the V12s in Pagani, in Lamborghini and Ferrari. We're still going to see that. And if it adds to the fact and lowers the carbon with the hybridization of the drivetrain, then I'm all for it. Revuelto, I mean, we're talking, what, 15 years that everyone went crazy with the Veyron at 1,000 horsepower. Now you can buy a Lamborghini with 1,000 horsepower, the Temerio with 900 horsepower, the entry level. It's just going to add to it. I'm not saying they're the cars that are the most fun to drive, because they've got a lot of driver aids, there's a lot of modern aids on the cars. They're not so challenging as, say, a Diablo or a Countach or an Aventador even. Yeah. But the V12 and the passion of the Italian automotive brands is still there and isn't going anywhere fast.
So, question for you then. What Lamborghini really sets your heart racing? What's the one for you?
So I was lucky to work for Lamborghini. I think it was at the introduction of the Murcielago. So I oversaw the launch of the Murcielago in the UK, and I saw that model all the way through its entire lifetime of production. Now, everyone knows that that was the first Audi-fied Lamborghini, but it was a modification of an existing design. So Audi were working with the craziness of an Italian chassis and a design. When it got to the SV production, the 670 SV, which we've got one in front of our trailer today, that's as good as I'm concerned a supercar, not just a Lamborghini, a supercar gets. It's not the fastest, not the best handling, but if you want to understand what a supercar is, you want to understand the feeling that car gives you, get in one of those. It's fire breathing, it's crazy, it handles. If you know what you're doing, my God, you won't see which way you've gone for dust. It's ridiculous. That's the ultimate supercar. Everything else is building on that now and building on, but if you speak to the people that have driven thousands of miles in those cars, that's the one. The Lamborghini Murcielago LP 670 SV.
And you've got one of those outside the trailer over there, a Lamborghini. You've got a lot of cars over there. How many cars you got there this year?
I think we're up to about 22 now. One's just arrived.
Wow.
But, you know, at the end of the day, we love Beaulieu. It's a great show. We love you. You're a great compare. You make this show for us. The staff make the show for us. So, of course, we're going to pull the stops out and support it with our trailer, with our members, get everyone down here, have a party and just enjoy it.
I was going to say, what do you make of Supercar Week? Isn't it just a blast?
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's just like a big... I'm not going to use the word garden party because I've been told off to stop using the word garden party to tell people the atmosphere. But it's brilliant. It's great fun. It's relaxed. People get to see cars demonstrating. It's in safety. And then they get to go and speak to the cars and speak to the owners, see the cars. And it's just brilliant. Where else do you see this many supercars?
Well, exactly. I mean, you could talk about the likes of Goodwood and lots of other, supercar events out there. My favourite thing with Beaulieu is just everything is so friendly, so well organised, and like me and you are having this conversation here in front of the camera and people are sat around watching, but genuinely anybody could have this conversation with you and anybody could have this conversation with me. It's that kind of atmosphere and it gives you that kind of access. It's just, for me, one of the best events in the entire UK.
That's why I agreed to do it.
Well, the only reason I agreed to do it was if he brought champagne, and now if he bought champagne, take a look at this. He's bought Lamborghini champagne, no less. That's going home with me. There it is. So there we are, ladies and gents. Can I please ask you to give a huge round of applause and a big thank you to Alan Robb of the Lamborghini Club UK.
Thanks, Tim.
Cheers, bud.
Ladies and gentlemen, please ask you to put your hands together. Give a big, huge welcome for our first car on the final demo run. And then our Ford GT again. Very dizzy, straight down there. GT40 replica 5. Ford GT40 getting that from being 40 inches tall. You can actually see a 1969 genuine Ford GT down at Palace House. There's also one of the latest Ford GTs down there as well. Now we're keeping that in the centre of the car for McCallum. Complete perfection. traction there. That was the perfect getaway. So subtle and efficient, but we like a little bit more pantomime here, so we're going to move on to this. This is our Ford Mustang, and this is the Bullet Edition. To celebrate 50 years of the iconic build. Lighted up rear tyres, just like the same colour scheme as the iconic car as well. Glorious, absolutely glorious. Now we had a conversation earlier. Lamborghini Club UK, and here we have one of those very first Audified Lamborghinis. Ooh, we're making use of every single inch. Don't listen to what they say, every inch does matter. Right, so let's see what our driver can do. V10's right in the middle of the car. It's important to get that power down and the road. Cars that are brilliant at getting their power down and finding traction when there just isn't any is indeed our Porsches. Very different engine configurations, the cylinders lying flat across the back of the car, and they are tucked right down, pretty much over that rear axle. He drops the flag and away we go. You could see the car doing all the work there to get to the between them to get all of the power down and all of the traction out of the surface. Now what we're going to do is we're going to group them up at the bottom of our demo straight here. We're going to turn them round, regroup them and bring them back up. So those of you down at the bottom of the straight there, you get to see a launch as well. Those of you in the centre, don't forget, if they do come to a stop absolutely dead centre, I want you to cheer them as loud as you possibly can. If they don't, feel free to boo them. I have warned them that you will heckle them if they don't make that stop in the dead centre. Some of them stop short, that's because the brakes are so efficient now. But obviously we have to take into it for some of our more classic vehicles that are here with us, setting the brake zone a little bit further away. Looking down the track, I can see that the checkered flag is waving in the wind in front of our GT40 replica. So we're about ready to set off with that 5.5 litre V8. So right in the back of the car, the flag drops, away we go. Glorious sound from that stock right V8. Fantastic work there. Now that was one of the first hybridised vehicles as we have seen. Combined horsepower output of 671 horsepower. They do say though that some formulas need no change whatsoever, and this is one. Beautiful to see, even better to hear. Now, looking down to the bottom of the track, I can see the flag there waving in the wind, just holding our next vehicle back. The flag drops. Here, all 10 cylinders of our gorgeous Lamborghini there, howling up the hill. Another vehicle that is brilliant at getting the traction, getting the power down, is indeed our Porsches. Now, Porsche's philosophy is a car should stop twice as quickly as it can accelerate. And there you are, hard on the brakes, had to lift off the brakes there. Here the car working away there, shifting the head between the wheels to get the traction there. Ladies and gentlemen, that's complete. Put your hands together for our first batch of cars. And you can see so good picture, second batch, which means our next batch is about ready to come and join us. Now, I don't think we have had Mercedes on our track yet. And this one has got that V8 twin turbo front engine that you find in the front of Aston Martins as well. Horsepower, 0 to 60 in just 3.6 seconds. You'll be knocking on the door of 200 miles an hour now before it runs out of puff. Next up then, very much at home on the back roads and on the track, is our Lotus. We've got a red flag showing, so we've just got to pause for 1 second now. This could be for any reason. Obviously, the number one thing that we always put as a priority is, of course, safety. So unless we've got absolute clarity of the entire track, we won't lower those red flags. Flags now have gone down, which means we're just waiting for a thumbs up, and then so from here, we'll drop the flag for our Lotus to do its thing, and away we go. 3.5 litre V6 right in the middle of the car there with that supercharger for good measure. Now we had this car's predecessor on the track earlier today. You're going to see this V12 front end V12 as well, Ferrari. And this should absolutely hell. Have your cameras at the ready. And 6.5 litre V12 with 789 horsepower is ready for our track here. Under 3 seconds to 60, and it will cross that magic 200 mile an hour barrier. Great colour combination on this as well, that grey with black and yellow accents. Here we go. Always good to hear a downshift from the V12 Ferraris. Now we move on to something a bit more brutal. It is, of course, our AC Cobra. Now there is a story that goes with these, that the dealers of AC Cobras were told to keep a £100 bill in their pocket. Take the prospective buyer out. And they were told to put the money on the dashboard, turn to the bar and say, I'm going to accelerate to 100 miles an hour. Not one dealer lost their money. That's how much horsepower they had back in the day. Now then, good to see one of these Audi R8. I remember these coming out in the late 2000s. It was a real shock moment. It was Audi's almost a supercar. The original R8 did indeed have a V8 in it. Of course, the latest iteration only came with V10 but kept that R8 namesake. Now then, the DeLorean. V6 right in the middle of this. By no means the fastest car here with an 0 to 60 timer, but probably one of the most famous, thanks of course to the Back to the Future trilogy. Probably the only car here today that's got the ability to pass through the decades of time. Had a very short production run as well. The DeLorean only in production for 2 years, from 81 to the end of 82. Now, giving you a sneak peek of our next batch of cars that are lining up, ready to come and join us. I can see leading the pack, we've got a gorgeous V12 engine in the nose of our Ferrari. That will be joining us shortly, but first we need to bring this batch of cars back up from Palace House. If you've not been down to Palace House yet, don't forget, you need to head down there before the day is out to go and see the supercar display and the hypercar lawn. It is well worth a walk down there. Looking back down to the bottom of our run then, and I can see the flag has dropped in front of our Mercedes, and away we go. That V8 up front with the help of a couple of turbos. Nice little bit of turbo whistle there. Gorgeous looking thing. You'll be £150 more to go if you order one of those. Next then, looking down to our track, so the flag has dropped. And the Lotus is away. If that Mercedes was a sledgehammer, this is a scalpel. Absolute precision. There is nothing quite like a Lotus. Our flag has dropped then for our team. And then with the car facing towards you, you can hear some of that induction noise, that hail coming from the front of that Ferrari. Next up, we have our Cobra with that huge V8 up front. It's as simple a recipe as you get. Now the Cobra started out in life as the AC Ace, which was a lightweight sport. Now of course, Mr. Shelby got his hands on it, put in that huge American V8 into creating the iconic AC Cobra. Flags dropped there, and we can see that one of the very original RH joined us with that V8 in the back. Still sounds absolutely glorious, and still looks sharp, even though that car's come to 20 years old. And finally then, it's over to Doc in the DeLorean. By no means the fastest car here, but we have asked our drivers to keep the race. Still looks sharp as well with that unique brush surface body. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for all our owners and drivers. Our second match. Keep that ball going, because I want you to give a huge welcome to our next batch of cars, starting with this. Our 12 GTS 6.5 litre V12 in front with 789 horsepower. Minus the roof, absolutely, yes please. Hard on the brakes. Such a stunning car. By no means the same size as the Ferrari that has just gone, a much smaller package, but just as potent. Let's see what our Porsche can do. cylinders, but it's no slouch. Real 60 a smidge over 4 seconds, 365 horsepower. Now, we've got our Mustang 5-litre coated V8 up front, one very low pedal in the middle, and two, I would say, relatively new rear tyres. Let's see. Please do give that driver a bit of a round of applause. Those tyres are not cheap. You guys all right over there? It is a strict no smoking policy. We don't mind that. Now we move from America to Italy with our F430 here. It's a classic combination of red over the cream leather, V8 in the middle of it, and you love to scream. Absolutely fantastic. Hard on the brakes, looks brilliant. Prettiest cars ever built. I just think the design of this thing is absolutely exquisite. Every single line on it is utter perfection in my opinion. I absolutely love these things. Well, for 5.2 litres with 2 turbos on it, singing away 715 horsepower. And now we come to this. Now I'm guessing most of you are going to look at that and go, what on earth is that? And you're right, because it is a bit of a weird one. It's an SDR V-Store. You might recognise that sound, that flat 4 turbocharged sound out of a Subaru Impreza. And the driver here has taken it to 480 horsepower. That engine is trying to escape. Don't worry, Sophie, I'll have a word with the driver for that. He made you blush. How dare he indeed. But what a formidable thing. If you have a look at that, it's got the same driving configuration as the McLaren F1 with the driver right at the centre and passenger either side. Sounds wonderful, goes even better. 0-60, just 2.5 seconds in that. What a machine that is. We've got another incredible machine coming up for you shortly. One of the test mules for the Focus RS, only this one has been well and truly modified. I'll tell you all about that in a minute, because first we need to bring all of our cars back up. And we've got our V12 Ferrari starting us off. The checker flag drops away we go. Hard on the brakes, just that nose sniffing for some grip. What a brake be. And driver there getting into second gear as well, taking the passenger by surprise. So the white on your eyes there. Next then, our Porsche. This is one with a flat 4 engine in it, so a third of the number of cylinders. Put the two on track, and I reckon the Ferrari would have it. Take them on the back roads, I don't think. A few years ago, in the road test between the Boxster, the 911, and the then new Jaguar F-Type, by far and away the Boxster was the best driver. Absolutely exquisite machines. Porsche really know how to put a car together. Next up then is our Mustang. And I get the feeling our driver here is selecting the line lock. He's going to ignore our no smoking policy and turn his rear tyres into smoke. Here we go. Now then, ladies and gents, you want to do a burnout? Come on, cheer him on, let's get him to do a better. Come on, let's turn those tyres into smoke. Go on, you know you want to. Cheer him on, ladies and gents. The more you cheer, the more likely he is to do it. Tyre smoke. Oh well. Guarantee walks into the pub later and someone asks him what aftershave is wearing. Yes, it's essence of Mustang rear tyres. Now then, we move from America to Italy, keeping with that V8 theme, but this time we're going to put it in the back of the car. Now we're going to hear that V8 scream. Hard on the brakes, this course was almost next, well, I wouldn't call this a supercar, I'd call this art in motion, to be honest. Some cars are this looks beautiful. Two weeks ago we had sent the Aston Martin here at Beaulieu, and it's well worth checking the video out there just to talk about the beautiful show that we have here at Beaulieu. Don't check that, it's on YouTube now. But back to main straight. Put your hands together for that back of the car. Ferrari. Someone might be looking over, being like, why is there full focus at the top of the Supercar demo race? Well, let me put it this way. This is one of the test fuels that. Is he taking the lead? Wait. Hey, no. You can't go up there because the right model doesn't reach. Go back down there. Go on, down. Go on. Yeah, there. Cheeky. He would have reversed all the way back up to Lucas, wouldn't it? Cheeky boy. Right now. But this Focus RS, okay, has got 680 horsepower. That's why it's in our Supercar demo run. It's one of the test fuels that survived. How many people you got in there? It looks like he's about to go and do a bank job. Oh, has he taken you hostage? Oh dear, hold on. Here we go then. Stop tweaking that. Miles an hour. We saw what the last Mustang did. Excuse me, sir. How new are those rear tyres? Fairly new. About a year. Oh, that's okay. You'll need a new set soon, I'm sure. Probably by the time you get to the end of this demonstration. So then, our Mustang finally totally out. He's ready to go. Our driver is too. Oh, hang on. He wants another go. That's fine. It's fine. Right. There we go. Brakes on. Right there, leaving it that late to brake. Here we go then. What's he going to do? He's going to do a burnout. You want to burn out? Go on, cheer him on if you want that burnout. Go on. Come on, drive. You know you want to do it. You think that he's any more smoke? The BBC had changed the weather report. Right then. Let's have a bit of sophistication, shall we? With our Ferrari. Here we go. Earlier today. Pinned up run of the day. Just as impressive. Now then. What is yet? Nissan GTR. And our owner making good use of all of the track. This one, they've done lots of different versions of this over the years. Came out to the 480 horsepower. This one here with 660. 0 in 2.8 seconds. As well. Online, and one of these went through an auction recently for over £1 million, more than £1 million. And not only have we got one on display, we all got one here doing the demo. Now it was from a waxy really dark green. I believe this one was imported from America. Let's have a listen to the game. Nothing sounds like a Ferrari GT. That is ferocious. What an incredible machine. Speaking of incredible machines, look what has just turned up at the top of the hill. Coyote V8 is looking at it, I'm guessing it's not just had the stickers added. I reckon there's a few other bits going on in there. That's because that was a Mustang GT 850. That's right, that 5-litre V8 has been taken up to 859 horsepower, 0-60 in just 3.5 seconds. Still limited to 155, but then it's the Mustang. We've got to be brave to make it fast. So what we're going to do now is regroup all of our cars together, and then we're going to bring them back up for the final time today. Don't forget to come and join me in the main arena in front of that big screen for our Supercar Sound Off. That's coming up at 4 o'clock today. When you get home tonight, you can see all of the highlights from the day, all of the demo runs, the Sound Off, and that interview with Lamborghini on YouTube tonight. Just search for Our Tim. That's OURTIM. That's my YouTube channel. As soon as I've finished commentating, I'm going to get that video edited and away. But now let's see our focus come back up. This is one of the sporting Bears cars nearly 700 horsepower in colour, to be honest, like a family hatchback. Something quite unhinged about that. Anyway, next, joining us back up the hill then, you can see the flag is ready and waving, holding our Coyote V8 at bay. He left a lot of tyre smoke on his way down. Is he going to do this again for us now? Here he comes. Oh, he's decided, I think he's going for line lock here. That can only mean one thing. away. There he is. Right, he's come to a stop in the centre. Do we want another burnout? Posts on socials to tag Beaulieu and also myself out him. We'll be re-showing the best ones and use the hashtag Beaulieu Supercar. Ferrari then. Beautiful to see coming back up. A stunning car full of exclusive details. Definitely worth going to have a close look at. You can see that and hundreds more supercars over in the fields and indeed displays outside Palace House. The flag is dropped then. Skyline name attached to it. It was indeed the first of the series not to use a straight six engine, instead opted for that twin turbo V6. Now the flag has dropped in front of our crowd GT. Next up then we have our Mustang lining up, that Coyote V8 ready to go. Flag drops and away we go.
Ladies and gents, can I please ask you to put your hands together for all of our owners and drivers? Let's do this! Alrighty, so we've got a real mix of cars here with us. We've got a fair few V8s. We're starting with you. Hello.
Hello, mate.
How are we doing?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Hey, you've got the aircon running in here. It's lovely in here. It's a lot hotter out here, I can tell you that now. Size V8 we've got in this?
Only a small one, 6 litre.
Only a small 6 litre. I think we need to talk about proportions later on. Can we have a little listen? Lovely stuff, we like that a lot. Now then, you've got the steering wheel on the right side of the car, no offence. We've got a slightly smaller V8 in this, the 5 litre Coyote. What have we done to it? Has it been left alone?
No.
Of course it hasn't.
Catback, exhaust system, midsection, stage 2 tuned, and that's shaft brake.
So basically, you've made it a lot louder?
Yes.
Can we have a listen?
Of course you can.
Lovely. Now, what we're going to do through this is we're going to find out who's got the loudest car. I'll introduce you to Nate in a few minutes' time, but first, let me come to you. Hello.
Hello.
Well, this is rather elegant, isn't it? So bringing an Aston Martin into the Sound Off. Are you mad?
Yeah, probably.
Excellent. Tell us what engine we've got up front.
6 litre V12.
And have we done anything else to it?
It's got Quicksilver exhaust and sports cats.
Can we have a listen? Lovely. That sounds like a gentleman's been to the pub, doesn't it? Now then, coming to you, there's nothing gentlemanly about this, it's just butch, pure muscle. Of course, the AC Cobra started out as the AC8, that little sports car. There's nothing little or sports car about this. Size V8 have we got in this?
It's a 6.2 litre Chevy.
6.2 litre. Did you hear that, Corvette man? His is bigger than yours. Let's have a listen. Lovely stuff. Now I feel sorry for you guys in there. His exhaust is pointing at you, as it is pointing at you. Now, Dad, I'm assuming, is this Dad? No? Oh, well, you just found a willing victim. I mean volunteer, sorry, a willing volunteer. So you have got control of the load pedal. Now, didn't you tell me that you tune this up to something ludicrous, like 500 brake horsepower?
Just shy of 485.
485 horsepower is underneath that foot. Go on, push it down. Oh, come on, there we go. Lovely stuff, lovely stuff. Now you may recognise that noise from the 90s when we had Subaru on stage on the rallies with Mitsubishi and Ford. Of course, that gorgeous flat four singing away. Now then, this has got twice the number of cylinders as that, 4-cylinder. We've got 8 cylinders here, and we've got pretty much twice the displacement as well, 5 litres.
Yeah.
What else have we done?
You want everything now? Everything.
Excellent. Nothing's been left alone, so let's hear it. Okay, yeah, that's loud. That is very loud indeed. He's looking now going, can I just go home? Unfortunately not. It's 10 deep the whole way round. You're stuck here. So you bought the Jag.
I bought the wrong car.
The Jag. No, it's fine. The Aston Martin looks out of place. This looks absolutely fine. 5 litre supercharged V8 up front.
Yep.
Have we done anything else?
Lister put a bit of a body kit on it and changed the suspension bits and bobs. But,
That doesn't sound like it's going to make it any louder.
no, it's got a titanium exhaust on it.
Oh, well, let's hear that then. Oh, yeah, I like that. I like that. Now, the Jags have suffered previously because sometimes the rev limiter kicks in and it can hold them back. Now, this car, I'm pretty sure, has won in previous years. If not, it's been one of the owner's other cars. You're in the driver's seat now. Do you want to give it a blip for us? Oh, yeah. Sounds fantastic. And finally, another Aston Martin. This one has got a 4 litre V8 up front with 2 turbos. Now, turbos don't always work in your favour because sometimes it can quiet the noise down. However, I know you, we know each other on Instagram, we're both as mad as one another, and I'm pretty sure this has got, is it a titanium exhaust?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
All the way through.
Straight pipes.
Brilliant. Let's have a listen. They're all wincing behind you, all of you. Right, so ladies and gents, can I please ask you to put your hands together for all of our entries. Now then, come on then, Nate. This gentleman here, rather strapping chap he is. Hello Nate, how are you?
Good, yeah?
I see that you've grown your beard back since last year.
I have, yes.
So last year we were doing this with Nate and it got a bit singed. It's looking quite healthy at the moment.
For now.
At the moment. So the way we're going to do is Nate here is going to stand behind each car at an equal distance. They're going to have a few seconds to get the best noise they possibly can out of their car and you're going to measure how loud it is. Should we do it?
Let's go for it.
Right, come on then, let's start down with our Corvette. Now then, the Corvette has got the pipes sticking out the back. Have you decided how far you're going to stand away from there? Bearing in mind you're not allowed to stand outside of the arena, you've got to stand in here. About there. Okay, we'll keep an eye. So Nate is behind you. If you can singe more than 3 hairs off that beard, I'll buy you a beer. Crack on. Lovely stuff. Right, let's find out how loud it was. Alrighty, so you've set the benchmark. 115.6. 115.6, ladies and gents. Put your hands together. Crackle bet. 115 is quite loud, you know.
It's quite loud.
Take it away. Stuff. Now to me that didn't sound as loud, but was it? Alrighty. So 115.6 to beat. You were 1.7. Wasn't that far off, ladies and gents? Put your hands together for the Mustang. Now then, I can't ever imagine James Bond's going, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take on these boys in a rev off. But here we are. Let's hear it. Car itching to get away. That gorgeous DBS. Right. So, Bond, 115.6 speeds. 114.6. I thought it was louder, but it didn't quite make it there. Right, let's have a listen. Hang on a second. This isn't fair. I know his exhaust is coming out the side. Do you think he should stand to the side or behind? What do we think? To the side. To the side, should we let... All right, fine. We'll let it go. All right, go on then. Have a rev. Lovely stuff. Do you know what scares me slightly more than your car? Yeah. This young man here, because he didn't even blink. Didn't blink a muscle. Right, so it was 115.6 speed. The Corvette has still got it. You, 0.6, even when we gave you that little bit of an advantage. Now, you're also at a bit of a disadvantage because if you look behind, there's no exhaust. James, the exhaust is there. It's there. So, all that noise, is it going to go into the heavens or... all right, yes, okay, we'll let you have a go. Right, take it away, young man. Fantastic. The concentration on his face was incredible. Say again. All right, so it was 115.6 to beat. You got 113.7. The Corvette has still got it. Still got it. Right, and in your own time, take it away. Lovely stuff. Now then, Nate. Okay, so the number to beat is 115.6. You 115.3. You were so close. You were so close. Right then.
Who would have thought it?
5 litre supercharged Jag. You're doing it for Britain. Come on, let's see you. I like the tactics using the crackle. Very good. Right straight. All right then. Yeah. So, 6.2, he's only got to done it! You're pleased. There's 2 more to go yet. Right then, no pressure, but is it Dad? Where is he? Is this your lad? Is it? Your son? No pressure, but Dad has won this twice. Have you won it twice? Yeah, you once. He's previously won, okay? So if you lose, yeah, it's your fault. Not the car, it's you. No. Right, let's hear you. Beautiful, beautiful. Right then, let's find out. Right. What was your number?
185.
No, it wasn't 185. Don't even lie. 116.3, weren't you?
Give or take, yeah.
Okay, you. 116.2. 0.1 down. 0.1. You are very, very close. You are so close. However, we're now coming to this unhinged maniac who buys an Aston Martin and takes the exhaust off. So, over to you, take it away. All right, okay, it all comes down to this. He's sweating in there, and he's even got the air conditioning on. Right, 1, 5, dead. You've done it! You've only got the loudest car. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. You've got the loudest car. Well done. I've got some bad news.
Oh no.
You haven't won. The winner is whoever gets the loudest cheer from all of you. So, we're going to hear them one last time and then it's over to you. If you think that the Corvette sounded best, let's have a little listen, Lovely, lovely. If you think come on, Nate, come stand in the middle. You're not standing all the way up there, not when they're cheering. They might cheer down here. Come stand in the middle. Oh, I don't know. What do we do, eh? Right then. That'll do. So, ladies and gents, if you thought the Corvette sounded best, I want you to cheer as loud as you possibly can for me now. All right. You don't look impressed there. I can see why. It was 84 decibels. That not bad, not bad. Okay, right. So Mustang, let's hear you a little bit. All right, lovely. Another V8. If you thought the Mustang sounded best, cheer for me now. Okay. It was even less that time. It was 78. Never mind. Now then, Aston Martin, give us a little blip, please. Thank you very much, thank you. If you thought the Aston Martin sounded best, cheer for me now. Ah, that sounded more promising. Alrighty, we have a new leader with 89 decibels. Not bad going. Now, if you think the Cobra sounded better, let's have a little listen again. Lovely stuff. If you think the Cobra sounded best, cheer for me now. What was that? It didn't even register. Oh, I've got bad news. It didn't even register. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry. So Aston Martin is currently the fan favourite. V-Storm. Let's have a little listen. Give it a blip. So, if you think that flat 4 in the V-Storm sounded best, cheer for me now. Well. Okay, I'm going to start keeping the scores a secret now. That was louder than the Aston Martin, but I'm not going to tell you just how loud it was yet. If you think this Mustang, let's have a listen. Lovely. If you think that Mustang sounded best, cheer for me now. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, he's in for a chance. I'm not telling you what the scores are, but you're in for a chance. Now then, you got the loudest car, but was it the favourite? Let's have a quick listen again. Lovely. If you think it was the loudest car, but did it win your heart? If you think it did, cheer for me now. Okay, I'm looking over. He's just shaking his head. I'm really sorry. You've got the loud. Yeah, I know. It's all right. Put the window up. It's fine. You can sit there and sulk all you like. It's fine. Now then, NSX, you might be able to redeem yourself here. You got very close to getting loads, but you didn't quite make it. Let's have a quick listen. Lovely. If you thought the NSX sounded best, cheer for me now. Alrighty. And finally, the unhinged Aston. Let's have a quick listen. Lovely. In my opinion, it sounds more like the Battle of Britain than an Aston Martin, but there we are. Ladies and gents, if you think the Aston sounded best, cheer for me now. Right, come join me. Come with me. And you, young man, come with me. Come on. And you. Come on, come with me. And I want our Aston Martin driver. Right, where are you? Come on, Aston driver. Come on, come join, come join, come join. Come all stand in the middle. Ladies and gents, these are your 4 finalists. Put your hands together for your 4 finalists. We're all going to stand together here, okay? In fact, I'm going to add one more. Come with me, young man. There's room for one more. Let's get the V-Storm in, shall we? Come on join, come and join. Right, so, it's between the 5 of you. You all had a very, very good run, okay? You were in the Aston Martin V12, sounded gorgeous. You're driving, well, want to be driving, this madman car. You're in our Mustang. You are in the mental Aston at the end, and you are driving Dad's NSX. It all comes down to this. This is it, ladies and gents. The final chance for you to choose your winner. If you think the V12 Aston sounded best, cheer for me now. We'll see. If you think the V-Storm sounded best, cheer for me now. If you think the Mustang sounded best, cheer for me now. Okay, if you think Aston sounded best, cheer for me now. And NSX, if you think it sounded best, cheer now. I'm sorry, but you're out. Sorry. It's coming down to you 4, and it's very, very close. So this is it. We're going to do it on the decibel meter. Whoever gets the loudest decibel reading now is our winner. It's all to play for. The V-Storm, flat 4, turbocharged, sounded amazing on the track, sounded even better here. If you think it sounded best, this is it. Cheer for me now. The Mustang, V8 Coyote up front. If you think it sounded best, cheer now. The Aston Martin with straight through titanium exhaust. If you think it sounded best, cheer for me now. And finally, the NSX. If you always think that sounded best, cheer for me now. 3 of you got a score of either 95 or 96. 1 of you got a score of 105. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the pleasure of telling you that your winner, the car that you have chosen that you think sounds best and going home with a fantastic prize from Nanoflex is... It is the Aston Martin. You've only gone and done it. Well done to you. Congratulations. How many years have you got after that?
10, 12, 15.
12, 15 years. Not bad at all. Well done. Ladies and gents, can I please ask you to put your hands together for all of our entries here. They've all done very, very well, all of our runners up. Now you've got a fantastic prize from our show sponsors, Nanoflex over here. Now these guys are over here. Please do go check them out. And you've also won some goodies from them as well. Ladies and gentlemen, can I please ask you to put your hands together for our winner of our Supercar Sound Off. Now, I've got one last idea. Should we listen to all of them together? What do you think? Should we do that? Yeah! Righto, gents, back into your cars, climb back in. And if you've not covered your ears yet, you might want to for this. Have your cameras at the ready. Are we all happy? Happy, 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 happy. Oh no, our winner's too busy being papped. Look at this. Come on, drive back in the Aston. Shall I go and get in it? Shall I go and get in and rev it instead? Oh look, he's getting in now. Right then, I've always wanted to do this. Ladies, gentlemen, rev your engines, take it away! Well, I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. If you have, make sure you hit subscribe, because what's that doing there? because coming up tomorrow are all the highlights from the Sunday show. So even if you can't make it here, you'll be able to see all of the action from day 2 here at the Beaulieu Supercar Weekend. All I've got to say is thanks so much for watching. I'll see you again soon.